Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you yet again with another video, and today we've got another Free the Piece Friday and another Auto World feature for Free the Piece Friday. I do a lot of Free the Piece Fridays on Auto World. I love Auto World. They are basically my favorite domestic 1/64 scale brand, and I have a lot of them in my collection. So today we're going to take a look at the 1966 Mercury Comet. This particular one is the Mercury Comet Cyclone GT. This is from 2019, release 3. I've got the set A1 in black, the set B1 in orange, and of course the Ultra Red right there in front of you. But of course, before we get to these, before we open up these cars, we're going to go over a brief, well actually the complete history of this casting, which started all the way back in Premium Release 2. With this car right here. So this one was Premium Release 2. It is in white. This was the Mercury Comet Cyclone, was what was on the package. This is the version A car. The Premium Release 2 cars were not, like the production numbers were not released for these, so you don't know exactly how many were made. I'm going to try to adjust the camera just a little bit here, bear with me. So, we don't know exactly what the production numbers were on these. So I can't really tell you how rare this one is, and I can't really tell you how rare the Ultra Red is. Let's take a look at the plate. Whirlwind. And I will admit, the first couple of releases of this casting, I don't think really did it for me. Until they started putting them out in like that GT version. This didn't necessarily do it too much for me, but it looks nice in white. It's a nice classic casting that debuted back in Premium Release 2. Here is the other color it was released in, which is this blue color. These were produced, I think they were made in 2014. I'm not sure exactly when these hit stores. I think it was probably somewhere around there. Again, same plate on this one. It's a nice metallic looking blue. I wish I had a source actually for all the paint colors, because I know they used factory paint colors even back then. Just opening up the hood quick. And I would like to get a source for that, because it'd be nice to add that all to my my little database of Auto World cars. So very cool. Probably have to hit up someone in the Auto World Collectors group. Maybe we can figure that out. Very nice looking in blue. Definitely like it a little bit better than the white. And then of course the Ultra Red. So for Premium Release 2, the Ultra Red traits were what were how Auto World started, which is they have an Ultra Red body and then some sort of white accent on the car. The white accent on this car is obviously the white stripe right there. It's very good looking casting. Just a nice looking basic car. It's got a lot of weight to it, as a lot of Auto Worlds do, because they're all metal construction. Yeah, I'm not going to bother opening up that roof. This Ultra Red is pretty. Okay, and then after that, it did show up in Premium Release 3 as the Mercury Comet Caliente. So this one differs a little bit in trim. Mainly the hood between the Cyclone and the Caliente, you can see is different. I think that, I don't know if they put, I'm sure they tooled the same motor. I don't think they have a different motor. Oh, maybe they do, actually. I'm not sure I ever opened up the hood on that one. Well, it's a different color anyway. Looks like the same motor tooling. So anyway, this one was the set A of the vehicle for Premium Release 3. So Premium Release 3, if you don't know, Premium Release 3 and Licensed Premium Release 3, before they started numbering them by years, seem to be some of the more difficult cars to find. This one looks really nice in baby blue. Got Caliente right there in the back. Is the rear different? Yeah, the rear looks a little different too. Hot 66. what you got on the plate there. And then it came in like this cream color for set B. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Auto World in the release 3. So release 3, I think, well, these were produced. The date on the bottom is still that 2014 date. July 2017 or 2014. It just seemed that these were not as readily available, or were not produced in as nearly as high numbers as the release 1 or release 2 cars. I think it got cut short for whatever reason. And I think at that Auto World was actually thinking about calling it quits for 164 at that time. So maybe that's inaccurate information, I don't know. I'm just going off of kind of what I remember people talking about on Instagram and stuff like that around when this was happening. So pretty cool. I do not know the production numbers of it. And here is the Ultra Red. So I would say this one is kind of a tough one to find. This one does not have, I don't think this had any white accents on it per se. Those look white, but they're just the silver trim. And I don't think they did white accents for this particular release. But there's the Ultra Red. It looks pretty good. Maybe they did do, yeah, they did do white accents. They're just a little bit more subtle. This one in the back, there's your white accent. So they just put it in a different spot than they did on this one. So you could differentiate the two cars a little bit easier. And again, of course, the hood is different too. But so there's Premium Release 2 and Premium Release 3. Then they haven't released it then until 2017. Release 4 is where it came back. And here it is for that release. Now we're starting to get a little bit cooler here. This is a pretty neat version of it. This has got a white interior with a red dash. This is the Mercury Comet. I think is all they had on the package, was just Mercury Comet. 390 GT on the plate. Same old, like, kind of trimmed the striping there. Looks pretty good. The grille is not as cleanly done on this one as it is on that release. Look how much cleaner that first release is. We'll see how the release B was. So these were limited to 2,500 pieces. So this car is limited to 2,500. And then the release B looks way cooler with these awesome wheels. The wheels just really make it. It's nice maroon color. Looks awesome with the lettered tires, Firestones. That looks great. Yeah, again, the front isn't quite as clean. Got a little mark there in the back too. 390 GT, so same plate. The wheels just really make it. Same motor tooling. And looks like this one, like the rear window is a little out of alignment there. But definitely a cool look for this casting. Just the difference between looking at this one and looking at this one. Like, which one would you rather feel cool driving in? Definitely this car. It just looks a lot meaner. All right, and then the Ultra Red version. So the Ultra Red version uses the version A traits. This was a tough one because it looks very, very close to this. So the difference is obviously it's got Ultra Red paint. And then that includes, no, the dash is actually just red. It's got a white base too. That makes it a little bit easier to differentiate from the regular release, but guarantee some noobs with Auto World definitely struggled with this one. Wondering, every time I'd see, there's a lot of people that would post this car and say, is this an Ultra Red? Is this an Ultra Red? Is this an Ultra Red? No, it's not. You can always just check for the white base, and then you know for sure if you're unsure on the color. The color to me is obvious, but I look at a lot of Ultra Reds, so 390 GT on the plate. Nice looking car. I really wish though that the Auto World would have took the traits from the Set B car and had these cool wheels on it. I think that would look better. And I'm going to echo that sentiment for this next release here that we're about to open up. All right, so they did set A that looked more stock. This one just looked more muscly. And that's kind of what they did here with the one up here with the Cyclone GT. So let's start with the version A car in black. Here's it's an Onyx. It says Auto World has several variations to this casting, including 2 front grills, 2 rear panels, 2 interiors, and 2 different hoods. Well, we know about the 2 different hoods. So they said it had 2 different interiors. Okay, I'm kind of curious about that. So just sorry to revisit, but we're going to just take a quick peek and see if I can tell the difference between any of the 2. So this is the Championdjk. This is the Comet. I don't see any obvious differences with these 2. Let's check this one. Oh, here we go. There's different interiors. Okay. Maybe you can see it better in this one. This one's got 2 seats in the front, and this one's got a bench in the front. That's going to be really hard to tell, I think, on the camera, but this one's got a bench seat in the front. This one's got 2 separated seats. And the dash looks identical, but yeah, one's definitely got a bench and one of them doesn't. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I never noticed that before, so I would have never noticed that, I don't think, had they not put that on the package. I love that they put that information on the package. It's a shame now they're going to do away with the box. I really wanted them to just keep the box, and they should put all these cool premium facts like right on the box somewhere. See, that would be really cool to me, because I don't keep these cars packaged. I just don't. They do look great in the package, but they look so much better out of the package. Packaging design is nice. It's cool. I get it. It sells. Packaging design sells, because a lot of people are packaged collectors. All right, so this is limited to 5,500 pieces, so quite a large production run. And here it is in this nice onyx gloss color. Definitely looks good in this black and red. This one's got the split seat, not the bench. I think the only one that was cast with the bench was the Championdjk. Very cool. And it said there was 2 different front grills. What's the difference in the grill? And it's hard to see if there is one. It looks really nice in black. Cyclone right there. Wheels are okay. But this one, this to me is the winner right here. We're going to free the piece on this one. This is set B in Ember Glow Poly. So these are limited. This is also limited to 5,500 pieces. And here it is in Ember Glow. This one I knew had some sort of wheel issue. The wheel's wonky on the front there. You can see that. But I was hoping after pulling it out we'd be able to fix it. And it's a little better. I could definitely fix it though. Very cool. That's a cool color for this car. And this car just looks mean. Looks like we got some flashing on the tire there. That's also fixable. You basically just got to pick it off, which I can do after the video. I don't need to do it right now in front of you guys, but pretty cool. So I definitely dig it in this color. This color is pretty awesome. The wheels, though, are really what makes the car. And again, like the wheels, like my 2 favorites are these right here. Even I like them. They look way better, I think, than the Ultra Reds. They just look so awesome with those wheels. The wheels just make it. Wheels and tires. God, those wheels just look really good. BF Goodrich tires, lettered tires. Just looks so much meaner. And this one has Halley's Comet. Nice. So it's got that on the front, and this one has the Cyclone. All right, so the Ultra Red takes after the version A car, which is unfortunate. I wish it took after the version B car and had the wheels from the version B car, but it does not. But we're going to go ahead and open it up. Let's free the piece. Free the piece Friday on this Ultra Red. This Ultra Red, by the way, is limited to 330 pieces. Okay. And that's based on 3% of the entire production, both sets A and sets B added together, multiplied by 0.03. And then you get how many of these are made. So this one's, of course, it has the version A, so it's going to have the version A plate, which is Cyclone. The Ultra Reds in this release have Ultra Red bases, Ultra Red bodies, and this one has a white interior. I don't know if they all have white interiors in this. I think they do in this release. And actually, if I just kind of peek over, and I don't have any of these other ones loose. I do have the wagon loose. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I don't know for sure if they all have white bases. I think they do. I'm looking over at the Mustang I have across the way here. I have a couple of these Reds I haven't opened yet. I think they do all have white, white interiors. So it's kind of neat that they got the red trim is still there over the Ultra Red paint, which is interesting. I'm trying to find that fine red line up on the top too to see if they have that. I mean, if it's there, it's like absolutely impossible to see. But yeah, there's your Ultra Red. Looks pretty good. Not to sound like a broken record here, but man, if they would have thrown these wheels on it, I think it would be so much cooler. Not that I'm going to wheel swap it or anything like that. Just my opinion. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We freed the piece on a couple of Auto World cars. I showed you the kind of casting history of the Mercury Comet, which is a tooling by Auto World that is pretty decent. It's pretty cool. Like I said, they've had some hits or misses with this casting as far as I'm concerned. Most of them look, you know, fairly boring. It's not like the most exciting Auto World casting, but to me, like when they start to make it look like this or like this, that's where it really is a winner for me. That just looks awesome. They both look really good. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please participate in Free the Piece Friday by going ahead and opening up something nice, something that you want to get in your hands, get out of the package. Tag me in your posts on Instagram, on Facebook. Yeah, heck, you can probably do it on Twitter too. I'm on Twitter. I don't ever go on it though. And then, of course, YouTube as well. So thank you guys very much for watching again. Check out the playlist. Have a great day.